Always a good sight to see the tarp coming off the field at Camden Yards after a bit of a rain delay. They're about to start the Cal Ripken ceremony as well on the 30th anniversary of Ripken passing Lou Gehrig's consecutive games streak. We're going to have first pitch for you, and we'll take you right up to first pitch at 4:20 here on Sportsnet LA. And you're going to have to excuse all of us here at Sportsnet LA because we are not used to this. Dodgers are 22-31 since the 4th of July. It's the worst 53-game stretch in the history of our network, but we are keeping the faith, hoping that today is the day that it all begins to turn around. Stephen Nelson and Oral Hershiser will have the call from Camden Yards. Right now, they join us live with a preview. Hi, Stephen.
Hey, John. Yeah, we came to the park with a clean slate because those 53 games that John just mentioned, Oral, they've already happened. In the past, the Dodgers can't change the results of those. They got one game in front of them. And for us, we're going to enjoy the opportunity to watch the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Baltimore Orioles play a big league ball game. That's the sort of optimism we're carrying today, despite a pretty pessimistic summer.
Yeah, because there's a thing in the big leagues called mourning the loss. And that means in the food room, you're quiet. It means on the team bus to and from, you're quiet again. And wherever you are in the locker room. And if you're a guy that went 2 for 4, you're Freddie Freeman. You hit a home run. You get a base hit, even though it's a 55-mile-an-hour squibber down the line. You really can't gain any personal momentum with your vibe because you have to mourn the loss with the guys that lost with you. So there needs to be some momentum. I know they've had a team meeting. I know they're having conversations. There has to be a way to lift that fog. A W would do it the best.
And giving the ball to Yoshinobu Yamamoto, that's typically been a good recipe for the Dodgers. Even though he didn't get the official win his last time out, he did put the Dodgers in perfect position to win. And they need him to do that again tonight. But he's pitching to a new catcher in Ben Rortvedt. So what sort of challenges does that pose?
He's going to let Ben call the game, but he can always shake his head and say, no, I don't want that pitch. And you know what? A lot of times I think it really is the pitcher who ends up calling the game, even though the catcher is making it easier on you if they're selecting where you are on the same mindset. But for Yamamoto, he has been in this situation before. He's faced a lot of excellent number ones on the opposing team. He has faced it when the Dodgers have lost a couple games in a row trying to avoid a sweep. So this is another big game for him, but he has risen to the occasion every time.
And it is a big night in Baltimore. You could hear behind us the pregame ceremonies underway. Kevin Brown, the fantastic play-by-play broadcaster for the Orioles, is emceeing. He's not alone in broadcaster. Chris Berman is in the house. John Miller is in the house as they celebrate 21-31, the 30th anniversary of Cal Ripken's streak. And guys, we'll get it back to you, localizing this event. Or Hershiser against Cal Ripken. Do you want to guess the Iron Man's numbers, John, against Oral?
Well, Oral's got a big smile on his face, so my guess is Bulldog did pretty well. No?
0 for 16.
Wow.
Really?
0 for 16.
Wow. There you go. Yes.
Wow.
So gave up the right shoulder for it.
That's it.
There was a hit in the postseason, just to humble him a little bit. There was one hit in the postseason. Yeah.
That Oral Hershiser was pretty good. If you need another bit of proof right there, some more evidence, that was it right there. 0 for 16, Cal Ripken against Bulldog. Thank you, guys. We'll see you in just a bit. It was last Sunday we heard Stephen talking about it at Dodger Stadium. Yoshinobu Yamamoto struck out 10 for the third time, matching his career high. Nomar, what did you see from Yoshi last Sunday against the D-backs?
He had his off-speed working, but the other thing he did really well was he was getting ahead, getting strike one, which is key. And we're going to go to the K-zone, and we're going to see how he was putting them away with that off-speed. You know he has that devastating splitter. We talk about getting fastball command, getting ahead, 2-2 count. Here's a curveball that he goes. See where it starts? You're like, all right, up in the zone. But really, bottom part of the zone is his bread and butter. Where that split finger is starting, when he's throwing fastballs down there and getting strikes, it forces hitters to have to go out there and swing at these split fingers because they are starting off in the zone. They are going to be strikes. You think it's going to be a fastball, and then the bottom falls out of it. And then when you think, okay, 3-2, he's going to come at me with a fastball. No, he gets the splitter, and he still managed to get the bottom part of the zone with that split finger. So the movement was fantastic, and then he still keeps you off balance with the curveball because you're looking for that splitter up. Now you finally get a pitch that looks like it's up, thinking it's a splitter. No, it's a curveball that drops even farther down and get the swing and miss. So really on his game, he knew what was working, but I think also the key is just getting ahead.
You know, listen, this is no saying, we kind of mentioned it before. He's going to be throwing to a guy he's never thrown to before. So if I'm Yamamoto, I'm kind of calling my own game. Don't be afraid to do so. And I think he understands that. Take the pressure off Ben. And if you don't like a pitch that Ben puts in the computer, so to speak, shake him off. Call your own game. You know what works. You know how you're feeling, and make sure you give us a chance to win the ball game. So a lot of pressure on Yoshi tonight.
All right, and also some pressure on Ben Rortvedt behind the plate. In the last few days, the Dodgers have called up both of their AAA catchers. And Alex Call, the Dodgers outfielder, is the emergency catcher today. He's also our Dodger voice, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Well, I am joined by Alex Call. And Alex, we all know how the last few days have gone. It's time to get back on track. What is just the feeling amongst the group heading into this game tonight?
Yeah, I think we're focused. And we just kind of, the message is just like, hey, we're good, but we just got to ramp it up just a little bit with the focus, with the fun. Obviously, getting hits and winning games is fun. So when that's not happening, it's tough to artificially create it. But at the same time, we just look around and we say, man, this is a great team. This is a great roster. We got a great group of guys that we like playing with each other. So let's just go out there, ramp it up a little bit, and we'll take care of business.
I know it gets challenging when there are so many injuries, and it's scary when you see guys having to be carried off the field. But when you all understand that, you have the talent here, you have guys who can step up in different positions. Is that just kind of one of those things where you just have to kind of turn the page, play for each other, and it really is, whether it's one pitch at a time, one at bat at a time, is that kind of the mindset going into these games, though?
Yeah, it's always going to be one step at a time, one pitch at a time. The thing that we have to focus on is like, hey, the postseason's coming. Like, it's the postseason's now. Like, nobody cares about, what happened, yesterday in the postseason. When you're in the postseason, the only thing that matters is the next pitch, the next play, the next day. And so let's do that right now. And let's, just forget about all the stuff that's going on, and everybody do their part in preparation and hard work and effort on the field, and it'll all take care of itself.
So I have heard when it comes to the catching side of this game, unfortunately, we have two catchers that are battling injury. We now have another guy, Ben, who has been brought up to step in. But I have been told that you potentially would be the emergency catcher for this group. When was the last time you were actually behind the plate, though, as a catcher? And are you ready if you had to step in there?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you're truly ready for that. Major league pitching is pretty crazy. Yeah. I think I told somebody it was high school. Honestly, I think it was actually a little bit before high school. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it never happens. A situation happened with the Nationals earlier this year. Kabert had a concussion. Riley went in the game, second inning, and they said, hey, you're the guy. And I'm like, oh man, where's my cup? I don't wear a cup. So I need to go locate that. So I might have to go locate it again. Then I actually went out there between innings when Riley was on base. I had to warm up the pitcher, and, Zach Brixey came in and just threw a first pitch fastball, and it had some run to it. And I was like, oh my gosh, my thumb, it's just like, so, I'll do the best I can if the situation presents itself.
All right, Alex. So best of luck out there. Hopefully you don't have to step in, because I have heard the splitter is actually very tricky to catch.
Yeah, who knows? Cross your fingers and hope everybody's healthy and gets back and okay, and I can just play in left field or right, wherever.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto had one of the better outings of his season last Sunday against the D-backs. 7 innings, allowed just 1 run on 4 hits, struck out 10. He's making his first career start at Camden Yards, coming up at 4:20. Field, forget that 2 seed, the first round bye. The most important thing is for the Dodgers to win the division. They currently lead the Padres by 2 games. Thankfully, the Padres have also hit the skids. Both teams losing 6 of their last 7 games. Padres are in Colorado playing the Rockies this weekend. Earlier today, here is Dave Roberts.
Right now it seems like guys are being a little too careful, not trying to be perfect. Not trying to fail. And that kind of mindset, doesn't bode well, when you're trying to not make a mistake or be perfect, right? So I think that having the right approach, process, and kind of giving guys the freedom to fail essentially and just go be themselves. And I think that those are things that the conversations that I've had with the guys, as far as giving them the freedom to just kind of play freely. you know, the hope is that you're going to see some more smiles and some more sunflower seeds. You know, there's a balance between urgency and focus and being too tight, right? So it's like just trying to find that fine balance where I do think that, when you're mired in something, you have to kind of sometimes step back or have someone kind of allow you to step back and look at what's going on, right? And so I think that we've done that, and I think it's more freeing. But yeah, it happens to all players when you're in the grind, you know, at bat to at bat, day to day.
And back on Wednesday, Dave Roberts said he couldn't really explain what was going on. Thursday, Miguel Rojas called it embarrassing. And then last night, Freddie Freeman didn't really know what to say.
That's Gus Judge. His owner is Aaron Judge, captain of the Yankees. His dog park is Yankee Stadium.
Stake, and they can't seem to get one into the win column.
Listen, I know fans, the popular thing is to really attack the manager, but I'm telling you, the players understand, really, it's on us. Dave Roberts has been Mr. Consistent, really, since he's put on that Dodger uniform as a manager. You got to be able to play better, have a better plan at the plate, especially with the runners in scoring position. So it's about the players figuring out. Even Freddie Freeman, Miguel Rojas, all these guys said, it's not on the manager, it's on us. We got to go out there and execute and play the game we know we're capable of playing.
Yeah, listen, the players feel it just as much as we as fans feel it. And they feel it even more. We heard Oral talk about, you know, mourning the loss. You hate mourning losses, and it's so true. You want to go out there, you want to be talking about wins. You want to have that happy bus ride to and from the ballpark, to the hotel, to the plane ride, happy flights, all of those things. And it's really hard not to be experiencing this, especially what they're doing right now. So they feel it. There's no question they feel it. It's a matter of just trying to figure out, okay, how do we turn this around? And that, where you're just banging your head trying to figure out, okay, what it is that we have to do. Because they're talking about it. They're talking about it amongst themselves.
You know, we talk about Davey Johnson. Davey Johnson would say, hey, do you guys remember who you are? You know who you are. Shohei, you know who you are. Freddie, all those guys, he would build confidence. And that's what manager Dave Roberts is trying to do, build confidence. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut or in this long season. You forget, hey, dude, we're back. We're the defending World Series champions. And sometimes we need to act like that, carry it. And my career, I faked it till I made it. And a lot of people would say I didn't make it. But you have to kind of lie to yourself almost and be that positive guy and understand who you are as a player and get out of this rut, because this Dodger team has been in a rut for quite some time.
Can't fake 16 years in the big leagues.
Can't, Jerry.
Yeah.
You made
it.
it.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying
you just can't fake that.
But in my mind, I was a lot better player than I actually was.
That's different.
So, you know, I carried myself like I was 350.
Yeah. You did. You carried yourself like you were a Hall of Famer. Yeah. That's good. Served you well. Game recognizes game.
And that streak continues, dropping a base hit into right field to lead off the ball game against Trevor Rogers.
He tried to throw some off-speed pitches away. Ohtani didn't bite to set that up. Maybe in the future he throws him a fastball in, even though he wanted it away, and Ohtani gets enough on it. It's not on the barrel, but super strong human being just pushes it out to right field for the hit.
2,632 games for Cal Ripken Jr. Jeremiah Jackson and Colt Cowser are only 2,614 away. The consecutive games played streak for the Orioles, who roll out the same 9 as yesterday in their 2-1 win, including Samuel Basallo, who hit a walk-off home run. And they'll take on a terrific pitcher, second-year big leaguer Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yeah, Yamamoto, I mean, great numbers. They don't score a lot of runs. He strikes a lot of people, plus fastball and split.
First pitch fastball, Holiday to center, and Andy Pages cleans it up.
So he's got all the pitches, and again, coming off a game twice this year. If you look at it, again, StatCast 3D presented by Google Cloud. Got the four-seamer. You just saw it, fly ball to center, splitter. So, you know, again, you think they're the same pitch, low batting averages, and once again coming off a 10 strikeout game against Arizona. They don't score a lot of runs for him, and maybe that's why he's only 11-8, 3.44 runs a game.
And Jeremiah grounds the ball sharply to Freddie Freeman for the second out. And he strikes out Gunnar on another cutter. Special guest in the booth, the first of many, when we come back on the anniversary of 21-31.
But Yamamoto sits him down with 97.
Outstanding pitch. They're just not going for a corner, but they're definitely going for elevation, and they elevate it right up there and beat him at the top of the zone.
Fly ball left field. Call on the line. 2 gone. On a 2-1, Rivera grounds it right back to Yamamoto in the glove. And now on to first. 6 up, 6 down for the Dodger ace.
With a bone bruise in his right hand.
Yeah, I saw him on the way to hit. I said, how's the hand? He goes, I will know a little bit more later. And of course, he was red hot. You know, helped him win a game with a walk-off. Got 3 hits on Tuesday and hasn't played since. Yeah, there you go.
Dylan Beavers does what he does. He gets on base.
He'll throw that 2-seamer about 7% of the time. He loves the 4-seamer 36% of the time. But he throws it in to set it up to normally try to get that little sweeper, that little breaking ball to the outside part of the plate.
And there's a beautiful curveball. The sweeper can be a hit.
Now, he would have liked to have hit a 3-run home run, as we know.
Wouldn't have planned for this. Holiday bounces into a 4-6-3. Rojas bets Freeman. Couple of walks, but the Orioles do not score after 3.
Off his foot. And there's a 2-seamer. You know, you think it's hittable, but it moves about 4 or 5 inches, and a ball that starts in the middle of the plate ends up on the inside corner. And then Mookie Betts throws him out.
Yamamoto has recorded now 5 of his 10 outs on the ground. 7 players 13 or more. There's a high bouncer to Rojas, whose low throw is picked by Freeman for the out.
Boy, did it rain heavy around 3 o'clock this afternoon. Yeah.
Heavy rain earlier. Heavy heat from Yamamoto here. It's a perfect 4th for Yoshinobu. Orioles still without a hit. Causer, Rivera, Beavers in the 5th. And Colton strikes out on a splitter as we welcome back to the booth from his special assignment, Ben McDonald.
Just getting some sprints in, back and forth.
So 30 years ago,
he was very emotional pregame. You saw it, Kevin. We all heard it, you know, and to see him get emotional again, I think he's enjoying it tonight a lot more than he did 30 years ago. Hope we don't get one of those texts again.
Beaver is down swinging. Yamamoto with a no-hit bid through 5 tonight for the.
Well, then the fans just unilaterally, there were no meetings about it. They just unilaterally decided to celebrate with Cal.
Alex Jackson lines out in the left. We had Chris Berman on earlier on TV. He was silent for 22 minutes. How did you handle that on the radio? You can't just be silent for 22 minutes.
The ovation from these fans who just staged that celebration. And Bonilla and Palmeiro did push him out of the dugout because they said, you have to go take a lap or we'll never get this game restarted.
Mayo down to Yamamoto, 2 away.
By the way, when's the last time you've done a no-hitter?
Wow, Cal looks like he really put some weight on. I've never seen him look like this before. And then I realized, no, these are the Giants. That's Damon Berryhill, a catcher. Not a well-built catcher either. So I thought I really need to be a little bit careful out here with my new team. So I just don't want to keep calling them the Orioles over and over and over again.
I know you're. And now the Orioles need a hit. After all our special guests on the special evening, it's been a special night for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, a no-hitter through 6 1/3.
Yeah, go on your.
Henderson's bat is destroyed. It lands near second base, and he is thrown out by the Dodgers second baseman Rojas.
You ever play wiffle ball?
All the time. Grew up playing it.
He's making the ball. Roof closed.
To the right side, Freeman. Yamamoto's got to hurry, and he does. Boy, he sprinted over there.
Yeah, geez.
Well, when you got a no-hitter going, you're going to find a way to get to the bag faster than the base runner will for sure. And Freddie Freeman led him perfectly.
Retired the first 6. He walked Dylan Beavers and Samuel Basayo in the 3rd. And he's retired the next 14 since.
What's he up to? 96 pitches now. I think 110 is a season high. That was back in May.
And he's about to get to a season high. 7 1/3 is called ducked behind Pages on the flyout from Cowser.
Yeah, usually defer to the center fielder. Almost ran him over. Limit of bets. No, but I mean, usually there's a great play or a line drive at somebody, a dive.
I mean, there were a couple one-hitters, but never a no-hitter. They're just hard to get, man. You got to be pretty lucky.
There to right, and Yamamoto is 4 outs away.
And the other thing is, he usually throws about 16 pitches an inning, and tonight much more efficient. So again,
both of them walks.
Well, he's now reached 15 out of 18 games for the Orioles, one way or the other.
Beaver strikes out swinging, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto will head to the 9th inning with a chance for history.